Guys, I have a secret. There is one trading method that has made me the most coins on FC25. It's easy, it's simple, and it's pretty damn lazy. And you can even do it just as well on the companion app. Now, I'm going to be teaching you exactly what to do for this, how often you can do it, and a few methods for it. And all you've got to do is subscribe, drop a like down below, follow me on X. And if you do want more filters and more trading methods, check out the Discord. Do you want the best team in FC25? Yeah, baby. Do you want to be playing with the best players in the game like this and not be stuck with teams like this? Okay. Then you need to head over to skycoach.gg, select the amount of coins or the type of weekend league boost you need, and enter code PRORECOIL for 10% off of your order. So what is the method? It's something I've actually avoided year on year. Every other FIFA, I've not even touched it. Mass bidding. Now, what made me do it this time round? What was the change? Well, at the start of the game, we couldn't snipe, which meant the simple options were invest or mass bid. So you mass bidded on your investments, win bloody win. Now, right now, there's a few investments I've got, so we're going to pick one of them and we're going to do some mass bidding. The example we're going to use is Muslera. So he is a keeper. He's got an inform that goes for around, I mean, if we have a look here, you can actually, I got sniped literally in a video that's going up on investments like in the next 20 minutes or half an hour before this. We got one for 11k. Clearly he's gone up a little bit and people might have seen what we said in the Discord, and of course I've got my own video on it, which hopefully we have enough impact that might push it up a little bit. But he's looking at around 13,500 now. Realistically, the buy price that we've set is around that 12,000 coin mark. Now I could sit here and slog away and snipe, and yes, I might get a few cards, and maybe if I do an hour I might get 5 cards, 6 cards, and brilliant investment, and it's a long term and it's good for me. But what I could do, and what is much easier to do, is I can pop this to 11,500, and obviously I've got a decent bit of coins. I've got 2.2 mil right now, and I can bid on an entire page. Now that doesn't mean I'm going to win every single card, and maybe I don't want to just leave it at 10,250. Maybe I want to put them up at 10,750. But if I bid on every single one of these for, let's say, 2 pages long, I will win a good majority of them. Now, I've been doing a lot of this with silver rares, with gold rares, with 85s, 86s, and I have had a lot of success. If you've seen my 1k to 1 mil series, you will see we have constantly been winning cards on bids. Now, I have not actually had this kind of historic luck with this. If you have a look back in previous FIFAs a few years ago, there was a absolute beauty set of bidding snipes where people, I say bidding snipes, but insane, where I remember there was this one streamer who managed to get Lewandowski, I think it was like 300k under his value, and I think it might have been because the market had gone down or something like that. But essentially, mass bidding is back and it's better than ever. And if we go over to my transfer list right now, I can show you some cards that I've been mass bidding on. Now, for reference, these cards have soared. I sold them way before they soared. Now, if we have a look at my 1k to 1 million, you would have seen this card, this card, this card, and I think this one here, all were picked up at 800 coins on bid. So all of them sold on for a decent bit more. So we got about 600 coins a card and then 500 out of that one. Now, yes, these cards have all soared since, which is a shame. I could have held them, but that series is 1k to 1 mil. The series is about picking up cards, selling them quickly, getting them gone. Small investments, but definitely not with these cards. The aim was to flip, grab and flip. Now, of course, we can now go and grab them at a similar price again if we can bid them in, and we can get a similar win. Now, if I go over to my transfer targets, I think we've actually bidded on some of these already. So you can see Vega here, we've lost some. You can see here, obviously, transfer targets, that was just for me to keep track. You can see here, these guys have gone up to 2, so they've obviously risen a bit. I don't really want to bid these guys up to 2. I think 1.5 on these guys is a fair value. Anything more than that, obviously, because I've seen them go up and down so much in the last 24 hours, we don't want to risk. For these Muslera cards, I'm happy to bid anything up to 11.5 because 1, it can be an investment, and 2, I could immediately sell all of these for 13,000 coins. Now, if we back out and go back in, I'll clear my transfer list of anything that's already gone. You can see that one's been bought now for 12.5. So people are getting a little bit desperate and buying now for some of these cards. Very silly, because if I show you right now, if we go over to the specials, not even an hour ago, we managed to pick up a Muslera for 11,000 coins on a snipe. So very, very easy. I've got this Alderweireld who unfortunately I've got untradeable, but he's in my club. But in terms of the Musleras, very, very easy method, very good investment, and a good example of how to use this. Now, the card I actually made the most from with this method was Buchanan. So if we go over here, it was this exact card. Now, if you have a look, she is a defender from the female Chelsea League. Of course, right now, 84s absolutely in the gutter. If you have a look, you can probably pick her up 1.3, 1.4. So what we do is we go on the max price. We've set this to 1.1k. Obviously, there will be a fair few. As you can see, there's some that already have bids on, which is fine because these people are obviously a little bit ahead. Now, we can bid up to 1.2 on this, and we can sell the one for 1.4. You arguably don't really want to be going for that right now. When I was originally doing it, we got 1.1 sold on for 1.6 because we bought her on the dip and we sold her on the peak. Now, obviously, with such a big market crash coming, being that in 12 minutes, it's just about to turn 6, 12 minutes time, we're going to see an absolute soar of people going and buying a ton of packs because there's a big promo. It's a nice, pretty promo. We've got some pretty cards. People are going to be wanting to buy a ton of cat packs. Yes, Buchanan's going to go down. Can she be bought for any less than 1.1k? No, so it doesn't matter. We're not going to lose coins on this because this is her minimum. And then all we'd have to do, I mean, we make coins in theory. Worst case scenario, we make coins at 1.2k. We do actually. It's not a lot of coins, but you make coins at 1.2k. Am I going for that in any way, shape or form? Absolutely bloody not. We're looking for 1.4, 1.5. Easy sell-ons that aren't too silly to ask for, but can work. Another field that I've talked about a lot in my videos that we've mass bidded on a lot as well is going to be the Barclays Women's Premier League and Chelsea. Now, what I will say, just to touch on, is that if you do manage to do mass bidding while the market is down, you are going to absolutely cook. When the market is down and people can't get on it, if you are on the... Sometimes if you're on the console, it doesn't kick you off. If you could do some mass bidding then, you're going to make a big buck. Now, the cards that we're looking at here, Bronze and, I'm going to get the name wrong, Bronze and Bright, the two Bs of Chelsea's English women. So we want to check the price. We were picking these up the other day for about 3.1 and selling them on for about 3.6, as you can see there. They're still sitting at around the same price. We're probably going to have to bid to around 3.2 now, but that's perfectly fine. You can see these ones here. I'll bid those up to 3k. We don't want to leave these at the 2 mark. And the thing is, obviously, I could, in theory, win some of these cards at 2.1 or 2.2 and just put that one bid in. The chances are it's not going to work like that. So you just want to bid up a little bit nearer to where you're willing to pay, because yes, you might miss out on like 100 coins here and there. You know, you could have bidded a little bit less and maybe won the cards. But the easier way to do this method and the lazier way to do this method is to just bid up to the point that you're happy with straight off the bat. You know, 2.9, 3k. Obviously, I can now go and go to the gym. I can go for a bath. I can go for a run and check my phone. I can do all these things and I'd still be able to make profit on these cards because I can just bid extra on them essentially. Now, obviously, one thing you don't want to be doing is bidding on a card that is up for over an hour. That is something you want to steer clear of. The market can change in less than an hour. You want to make sure that your biddings are short. Now, what you can do as well is have a look in at, I think a good example is the hero from the Premier League. If we have a look at the two keepers, if we go for here, I think they sit at around, I want to say around the 90k mark. So we've got Dudek here and we've got Howard as well. So both of them probably picking up about maybe 65. I think we could probably argue 65 is probably an easy 67 maybe. So 67k there for a Dudek. So we can easily sell him on maybe 68. EA tax on that, 10% would be 6.8, so we half it for 3.4. So if I go down to here and I go for a 62 max price, we can also do the same thing with these heroes. Now, I'm going to steer clear of this for now because they're nowhere near their minimum right now. And the reality is it could very easily have a dip in a few minutes when these new promos come out. But I could bid on all of these. I mean, this one, probably not a bad one to bid on. Let's bid 30k on a Tim Howard. We'll bid 30k on this Tim Howard as well. I don't think he's going to dip that much. Oh, we're unable to get the price. Right, what about this one? I've been cooking too damn much. So let's just go over to the transfer targets. Let's see if there's anything we can get rid of. So have we won any of these yet? We've got 40 seconds on this bronze. Let's see if we manage to get her. Obviously, bear in mind, right now this card insta sells for 3.5k. We've got quite a lot on here. Getting to those last minutes. What I'm going to do, guys, is I am going to hopefully return back to you. Oh, yeah, we'll bid that. Absolutely. We're going to run through, just see if there's anything that's worth bidding on right now, making sure that we get as much as possible. We're going to go back to our bronze there. Let's just have a look, see if we win this one. What I will also do, I'm going to stop, I'm going to run to the toilet, and I'm going to come back in a few minutes. And we're going to see how many of these cards that we've actually ended up winning, because I do think we can actually get a fair few of these. Bronze being the first of many. 3, 2, 1, processing a bronze, and also with bronze as well, we're going to insta sell her because we want to get rid of that absolutely immediately. That card is worth 0.6k right now, but in genuinely like 10 minutes might be worth less. So let's just get that card sent to the transfer market. Let's go for a quick 3-5, get that gone, and then our Bright has been overtaken now because we know the market is about to dip. We can bid on Vega because he's a silver card. Doesn't matter. We're not going to bid up any of the Brights if they go above the 3.1 mark. 3.2 would usually be okay. We try sell it at 3.6. Because it's so close to a promo, we do not want to bid and then the price goes down where we could just bid less. So we want to be careful with that, but it does look like we've got a good chance of winning our Vega. We'll bid him up to 2. I'll land on 2 for both of these. If they go past 2, I don't want to be in too much. We'll leave that one there. That's okay. Muslera, we've got 39 seconds. Someone's bid at 11,250. We can deal with that. We're going to bid up 12 just to try and wear these away. We don't want them trying to do us again. So we're going to clear these expired ones, hopefully. Hopefully in the next 20 seconds, no one else bids because why are you ruining my video? Do you know what I mean? This is my Muslera. Right. Last 10 seconds, can we cook with him? Obviously, bear in mind, it's an instant sale right now at around 14,000 coins. Very, very quick sale. 4, 3, 2, 1. There we land. We've absolutely cooked. We've got a good few cards. I can imagine we're also going to get a good few of these as well. You've seen me win 2. You've seen me get some easy profits in a very short video. And all you've got to do is follow these tips, follow me on X, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow.